they released that tasty little teaser, that little snippet earlier of that Sonic 3 dropping in December and everything. But even better than getting a Sonic 3.
There was a snippet?
Oh, yeah. If you follow Ben Schwartz, like I do.
Okay. I'll check it out.
I love him. Oh, he's got COVID right now. Speedy recovery, Ben Schwartz. I was going to go to his improv show this weekend, but they had to reschedule it since he's got COVID.
You should actually go to his place and give him chicken soup.
Well, that's a whole other level of crazy, right? That I am not ready to embark on.
Just call him Bobby.
That's a nickname for Ben, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby Schwartz, what's up?
Oh, this was today.
Yeah. Dropped it this morning. It's really, really a great little thing. But in that even, you get that Robotnik laugh at the end of this little snippet, right? And it appears that Jim Carrey, despite saying he's retiring, despite saying he's not going to be acting anymore, he's coming back to be Robotnik in Sonic 3.
Maybe this is going to be his final.
He was like, Shadow is in this? I'm coming back. I'm pretty sure that was his
hope that
reason.
he was like, oh, shit, I got to come back.
Yeah, come on.
He saw that scene and went, oh, I'm still in it. I keep trying to get back out. They keep pulling me in.
No, I actually think Jim Carrey was watching the show when we were doing the movies that we're looking forward to in 2024. And I said, there's only one movie for me.
There really
Sonic
is.
3.
Yeah.
So I think he heard that and he's like, you know what? I need to come back for the people. Come back as Dr. Robotnik, surviving that blast or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, because we had it so that, Robotnik's body wasn't found.
Yep.
So you did have an out potentially to either remove this as the villain entirely, do a recasting, have him become cybernetic or something like that. You could have done a whole bunch of other things. But I feel like Sonic and Robotnik, it's PB&J. You got to have them both. You got to have them in there.
There's nobody who could play this character like Jim Carrey.
He's so good in this role. It's Jim Carrey just Jim Carreying the most and in the best way.
Yeah, and so how it works.
It's so great. I think it's just the perfect amount of cartoon villainy and over-the-topness.
And also, I mentioned earlier, Kristen Ritter was just confirmed to be added to this movie.
That is very exciting.
There's speculation. I think she's going to be Amy Rose, but there's a lot of people.
So she's going to be voicing a character. She's not going to be in the live.
Yeah, I think she's going to be voicing a character. Okay. But a lot of people are saying she might be Rogue the Bat. I've never heard of this character.
Yeah, Rogue the Bat is this very weirdly sexy little bat character in here. She's drawn exactly like everybody else. She just has bat wings. But she usually wears a bustier. And she has a lower voice.
The reason why I don't go there is because Rogue the Bat seems like such a character further out in the story than Amy Rose. I mean the teams, Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, they're going to need to get a female in there, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Amy Rose might be in
I like
this
Amy
movie
Rose
too.
in the mix. I think that'd be really, really great. If it is our lovely little Rogue the Bat, though, we do have the opportunity for her to kind of do a Knuckles situation of villain, ally, playing for themselves, helping us out. Whose best interest is that? I do like the idea of Amy, though, just because then we have Sonic with a potential gal pal.
Yeah.
I like that for him.
Yeah.
And especially because sometimes Amy gets, the shit stick in some of the stories, and they treat her really poorly, and I like that character.
Yeah, I can't wait. And then, of course, he's coming right here.
Yes.
I cannot wait for this movie. I love Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't care what anyone says. But, of course, we probably all know. Yeah. We all know that it's going to end up being. They're going to end up being friends probably at the end of it, or in some sort of better terms.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Dr. Robotnik?
No. Sonic and Shadow.
Oh, yeah.
I've been watching Sonic Prime and I've been enjoying it. It's kind of for kids a little bit, but
it's a fun show though.
It is. I do like Shadow's appearances in there. Mm-hmm. He's like the straight-headed one, it seems. Yeah. And Sonic seems to be like, I'm just gonna go at this. I don't care. He's kind of the voice of reason a little bit. Mm-hmm. Maybe like the Vegeta. I call him somewhat a Vegeta to Sonic. And I see him come off in that way. They're not exactly the same, but it feels like he's like a big brother to Sonic in Sonic Prime.
Mm-hmm. Was James Marsden in the second one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them.
What?
I have to see them.
They're so great.
At least the first one.
The first one is so good.
Yeah,
the first
it'll grab
so
you.
good.
You'll know whether you're going to stick with this or not.
I will. The second one, They did lose me with the B plot, the wedding.
Yeah, I fell asleep during that part.
I wasn't.
But every Knuckles and Sonic showdown, especially when they went to the map of when they did that view of like how a video game was. I thought that was so awesome.
That was really
it's
cute.
Not a great trajectory. I'm looking at it. It was 465 million for Sonic 1 and 405 for Sonic 2. So
what was the budget?
It dropped 60 million.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You have to look the budgets up.
Okay.
But it dropped 60 million. So is this going to be sub 400 or does this?
I mean, hopefully Paramount, because this has been kind of their, to borrow from the lore, it's been their emerald. This has been very, very sought after. It's made them quite a bit of money, you know, in the films, but also in merchandising, as we've discussed before. Merchandising is how so many of these movies really blow up.
We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Fume. Quitting cold turkey is great in theory, but you and I both know it's way more difficult than that. And that's why there's a better way to break your bad habits. We're not talking about some fake online promises. We're talking about our sponsor, Fume. And they look at the problem in a different way. Instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit? Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavor-aired device that does just that. See, instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses delicious flavors. You get it. Instead of bad, Fume is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy and makes replacing your bad habit easy. I personally didn't know what to expect when I first got my Fume. I mean, I've never liked vapes, but my goodness, the taste. The first time I tried it, I was completely sold on it. It was incredible. Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard, but switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun. Fume has served over 150,000 customers and has thousands of success stories, and there's no reason that can't be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to tryfume.com and use the code CAMPEA to save 10% off when you get the Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com and use the code CAMPEA to save an additional 10% off your order today.
Paramount needs wins, and they were talking about making a whole cinematic universe around Sonic, right? Doing this, the Knuckles television series, continuing on these films, doing different spin-offs. So hopefully with this third one, they learned from the second, because everyone seemed to really enjoy the Tails edition and those moments with Sonic when we got back to focusing on Knuckles. And while
shows 90 to 110 million.
Yeah.
So
not, you know, James Marsden is great, and I love him as Donut Lord. I love his relationship with Sonic, but I feel like we have to focus on that.
The team now.
The team, and we have to, I like him as the found family, and enjoying those kinds of moments of him feeling like he has parents, not necessarily the shenanigans of the extended family.
Right.
Even though they're all phenomenal actors, it just doesn't feel in place with this.
Look, I don't expect much from like money. I hope it gets, especially if it's good, it gets a lot of money. I'm not worried about that. I'm just happy that we're getting the Sonic 3, and like with Paramount, like possibly going on sale, I do give them, you know, I do like that they put properties like that at the forefront. Even if it doesn't make them the most money, I do like that they showcase Sonic. It was their it was what they started off with it at the last CinemaCon, was that Sonic presentation. I just like how they love, it seems like the company loves these properties that I love. And they don't, like you said, it dropped off in the second Sonic 2. Like the money dropped off.
60 mil.
But they're still going through with Sonic 3. I know that's not a good for business. Maybe
No,
not
they're just
shareholders.
completing out the trilogy anyway. I mean.
But I do like the way Paramount appreciates the properties that they own.
For sure.
Because they always give them that love. Because imagine another company buying Paramount. Sonic may not be their highest priority. They might go straight to video.
That could be why Paramount is on the chopping block.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to enjoy it. Hopefully, while it lasts. Who knows what's going to happen with Paramount?
Yeah. We got a great question in the chat from Mischievous. Do you think that Maria Robotnik's going to be in this? Because she and Shadow have such a tight relationship?
If they go that route, yes. Yes, obviously. But I don't know how, this movie seems like it's going to be really long if they go through that. But from the end scene, they found the coordinates, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. They could go either way. This is going to be like a lot of people's first exposure to Shadow, so they could introduce him in a different way. But
that's true.
I think yes, you will.
Yeah, because the Maria storyline is also pretty complicated too.
And it's very.
She's an estranged cousin of Robotnik. She's got this neurological disease that is slowly like killing her. She's terminally ill.
Could Kristen Ritter be?
That honestly, that could be a potential thing, especially since they're cousins. It's not, Jim Carrey's her
Right.
dad or grandpa
You know
or
what?
something. That could be
Maybe
a thing
that
here.
might, they could make that work.
That could be
Yeah, I
fun.
could see
That could
her
be
playing
interesting.
her. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to this. It's scheduled to release. Let me see. I have it on this, but my mouse is not working.
So,
December of 2024.
Someone had
Isn't
just told me that Sonic 2 made more money, but actually, it made more money domestically, but not worldwide. So Sonic the Hedgehog,
okay.
the first one in 2020, made 148 domestic, and it was like 190 domestic for part 2. So domestically, okay, yes, it did make about 40 million more, but worldwide, it's still internationally, it dropped enough where overall it still dropped 60 mil. So
Come on, let's go. Let's all
Worldwide,
go
get on
see
board. We want Sonic to collect all those rings.
Yep.
Get all those
This. I
Chaos
cannot
Emeralds.
wait to see the first trailer to this.
I'm so stoked.
Yeah.
I'm really, really pumped. And having Jim Carrey back in the role of Eggman, I think only makes this even more exciting. But that's just us, guys. That's just our opinion. Do you have strong feelings about this? Are you excited about Jim Carrey returning? Were you like, hey, Quentin Tino's sticking to his guns of having to do a final movie? Why aren't you, Jim? How do you
Did you
feel
say
about
Quentin
it?
Tino?
Quentin Tino? That's what I
Yes.
call him.
Quintino.
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 Quintin. Yeah.
Don Cheadle Juice. I don't know. I was trying to fit that joke in the Beetlejuice
Quintino,
segment.
John Cheadle.
Cheeto
I love
juice.
it. I'm
Cheeto
here
juice.
for it. That's
It's gonna
perfect.
fit it.
It's good tea today.
Yeah.
Y'all, let us know what you think about all of this movie news in the comments.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.